So what Gene Frederick shared with me was that on a three-way call, it really is about them. It's not about me sharing my story or what I've done or how great I am or whatever. It really is how Gene taught me, and what I still like to do is say, hey David, so what we're here to do is talk about you, what your goals are, your aspirations. So tell me a little bit about yourself. So that's number one. Now, by the way, this is a three-way call, so you're not necessarily doing this, the other person is. Tell me a little bit about yourself. And the person just talks about themselves. And what I like to do is I like to write notes. When a person's telling me, well, I went to college here, I did this, I've been in nursing for whatever. Whatever they say about themselves, I like to write it down. I got 3 kids, what their ages, what are their names, and I just interviewing about them, okay? Then the next question is, what'd you like best about what you saw? Or what'd you like most about what you saw? Okay, you watched the video, right, David? What'd you like most about what you saw? And then they just tell you, well, I liked it. Now, if you ask them, how'd you like it? You know, that could be iffy. You know, yeah, it could be kind of iffy, right? But if you say, what did you like most or what did you like best about what you saw? That gets them to talk about the positives. Well, I like them. And because everyone's not motivated by the same thing. Not everybody's motivated by revenue share. They're like I'm not motivated by stock because I'm not a stock guy. Slap me upside the head for not being more motivated by it. Because I was like, man, stock, you know, whatever. But I was like, I got money in the bank and I didn't buy stock, you know, when I could. Anyway, so, but it wasn't my motivation. So if somebody started giving me a whole long spiel about the stock, they would have lost me. But when you ask them, what'd you like best about what you saw about the video or whatever, or about what Brent said or whatever it is, they'll tell you what they like. Oh, I like the 50 hours of training because I need a lot of training. I like that I'm going to have a mentor and brand new in the business. I like whatever it is that they like, you know. And then you talk about that. That's it, you know. And then I always like to end the call with this, and these calls are about 30 minutes. I say, Melody, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm never going to join eXp. Okay, I put it in the first person. I'm never going to join eXp. And 10 being, I'm ready to join today. Where would you say you are? Okay, and I've had everything from people say, I'm a 12, I'm a 15, I'm a 10. You know, then that's it. You know, what's the next step? What's the next step? But they might say, you know what, I'm a 7. Melody, what would make it a 10? What would make it a 10? And then she'll say, well, if you had this, this, and that, then we can address those concerns maybe on a future call. Well, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. Let's get on the phone with Knolly. You know, he's pretty busy, but I'm sure we could probably grab, you know, 10, 15. By the way, let me just ask you this. If I could get 15 minutes with Knolly Williams, you know, he's pretty busy, you know, he's out, he writes books and travels all over the place, but I probably could get a few minutes with him. If I could, would you be interested? You don't have to join us ever, but would you be interested in maybe just spending 15 minutes? You might learn something that you could take with you the rest of your life. Would that be valuable to you? Sure, that'd be valuable. Okay, great. Well, let me check your schedule. Then you, next, because you always want to end the call with another appointment. You know, that's how we like to do it, if you will. So you just jump on, if you go to knolly.com/3way, there's a link on how to set up a 3-way call. And there's some criteria. So the way I have it is, you know, there's 2 of us that do 3 ways, not just me. So if they do certain production, it's with, you know, my business partner. If they do a higher production, it's with me. But we're both excellent. Like she bats 100. I mean, she's batting 1,000. Like she's better than me, in my opinion, at converting them and keeping the call shorter than I would. Right? She gets them. They're like, yes, I'm joining. With me, they're like, man, I'm joining. I'm like, but have you heard about this? I'm joining, dude. It's like going to a dentist, and the dentist is like, you're there to get work done. You've already, you know, you need a crown or some work, whatever. And the guy's like, hey, but did I tell you about the services? I'm the greatest dentist in town. Like, man, I'm already here, dude. Just fix my tooth, man. You know, so anyway, yeah, I learned this from Gene Frederick, and we learned it in an airport. We were flying somewhere, and he said, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, I'm never going to join eXp, and 10 being, I'm ready to join today, where would you say you are? I just like that because it gives a person a chance to kind of rate themselves. You know, some people are just curious. They want to know why a lot of their friends are joining, and they've heard about Grant Cardone join, like, or he's at eXp, his wife's, like he could join any company in the world. Why is he here? So they get curious about it. So sometimes they're really not committed, and a no is not a no. A no is a not yet as it relates to eXp. I've learned this because I've had dear friends of mine, and I know a lot of people. I've had dear friends of mine that didn't join with me, and they know a lot of people. I mean, think about it. 30 people told me about eXp. You know, I know a lot of realtors. I train realtors. So a lot of people told me about eXp, and I didn't join with 29 of the 30. You know what I'm saying? So, but they never followed up with me. Let me write this down. The fortune is in the follow-up. Put that in your mind. The fortune is in the follow-up. And you leave a lot of money on the table by not following up with people.